Yeah, holy shit. So let me get this straight. You guys came up, you want me, I could kind of sort of see through it, but you want me to rip this piece of paper off, and behind it is one of the questions we get often. Yes. For people calling Essential Roof Supply to buy fasteners. Yes. All right. Most iconic calls. How many fasteners per 4x8 board? We get roofers who call up and want to buy enough screws to do a 50,000 square foot roof. And good for them, they're entrepreneurs, they landed a roof, congratulations. But if they're calling up and asking us this question, they're in too deep. They skipped too many levels, they didn't learn enough, and this is probably just one of a whole bunch of, when we won't even go there. We can't answer this question here in the office. There's so many variables from who are we, is this a true FM project? Are we looking for just up to a 55 mile an hour wind uplift? Are we looking for what negative pressure? From who? For what zone? Where is it? How big's the parking lot? The trees? Is there a parapet? How tall is the building? That all goes into, in cases, how many fasteners there are per 4x8 foot board. So we have people going, well, just tell me about how many you think and I'll double it to be sure. And that's insanity, because there's all sorts of years of science and testing and data and math that figured all this stuff out. So you go and tell me what you think and I'll double it. Let's not go that way. The first thing, if you got a 50,000 square foot job, it's a decent sized job. If you're asking this question, you're not qualified to be doing it, but good for you. You could still do this successfully, but it's going to take some new effort. Like, God forbid, you're going to have to go to a material manufacturer's website and open up their specification manual. I just happen to have a Carlisle. There's everything you need. If you spend 20 minutes, not only are you going to possibly find out, depending on some of the scenarios, how many fasteners you need, you're going to find out why, which is the more important thing. We'll start, there's the field of the roof, and then there's the perimeter of the roof, if this is a roof. The perimeter of the roof, the depth of the perimeter is based on the height of the roof. And then there's the corner of the roof. The corner of the roof, again, is based on the height of the roof. So if you're putting 8 fasteners per board in the field, you might be putting 16 in the perimeter, but is this perimeter 10 foot or is it 20 foot? 8, 16, and then you got to figure out your corner. How many feet is your corner? And then you're going to double again, usually to 32. So if you're not at least doing 8, 16, 32, you're for, say, a fully adhered, you're probably doing something wrong. And then we got to take into consideration the steel deck, the condition, pull tests. You should be doing your own pull tests in the field. You should be doing them on a daily basis. Having somebody come out and do 3, 4, or 5 is not enough. It is, and it's also the proper method to determine if steel deck needs to be replaced to justify it to the building owner. It's part of doing the job right and making sure there's no sense in putting screws in shitty steel deck that ain't holding. So if this is 22 gauge, 33 KSI, and we're getting proper pullouts of 300-400 plus, I think with 33 gauge, 22 KSI, I think the highest we could get is either a 1-90 or I think it's a 1-90 or maybe a 1-125. Again, I don't have all this in my head. I'm going to get links to everything, and the answer to this question is we got to give people the links to go learn themselves and how to learn themselves. Just start by contacting your material manufacturer, meeting him, and going to their website. But we're going to get more information. This is to be continued.